And welcome back to the Showroom Presents. Joining me today is Peter Greenberg. He's the travel guru and host of the Travel Detective. Thank you so much, Peter, for joining us here in Buffalo and Western New York.
You got it.
All right, now, we have a lot of vacations coming up, the summer months, everything's getting nicer. So, of course, a lot of people are planning to fly. Can you give us some tips on getting our vacations off to a great start?
Well, sure. It starts at the airport, of course, and the inevitable security lines with TSA. And I don't know about you, but my experience is you get to the line, and there's not one line, there are two or three. Which one do you pick? Most people would say, oh, I'll pick the shortest line. Not necessarily. You need to go by the number of TSA agents monitoring those computer monitors by the baggage belts, not by the length of the line. So if you get to a line, I don't care how long it is, but there's only one guy monitoring that belt, you believe it or not, you pick that line. Why? Because the other line might have two guys monitoring. If they have two guys monitoring, that means they're training one of those guys, and every single bag is going to be stopped for 5 minutes. Why would you do that to yourself? I've just saved you 15 minutes, and you need that 15 minutes just to get through.
Fantastic. That's amazing advice. Now, what about once you get to security? I know there's a new advanced screening process. Do you know anything about that?
Sure. That's called pre-check. You have to apply for it. It's not the best thing in the world because it's still random. You can still get opted out of it. But you know what? If you can get it, because 2 out of 5 times or 3 out of 5 times is better than nothing. But then the real key is once you get through that, then what do? Now you're in the chaos of the terminal. And for me, I want to go to the Oasis. I want to go to the lounge. But let's face it, airline lounges are not inexpensive. The average fee for an annual membership is about $500. So how do you waive that? Very simple. Citibank just partnered with American Airlines. They've got called the Citi Executive Advantage cards, credit card, mileage card. They waive that annual fee at all the Admirals clubs. And by the way, that's not just the American clubs, it's also the U.S. Airways clubs because they know they've merged. And the best part of the deal, they waive the baggage fees. That's what's really going to kill you, right? If you're a family of 4, you'll be paying $240 every time you do a round trip just on bag fees. So this is an economically viable alternative to get that card. And then the next thing you want to do is don't look at that departure board. Why? I know you want to look at it because we all do, right? Because that's what we've been trained to do. Except the departure boards haven't told the truth since 1947. What you want to do is only look at that departure board to see the gate you're supposed to leave from. Now, if you want the truth, you go down to the arrivals board and see what's coming to that gate. Now, if no plane is arriving at that gate till next Tuesday, why would you go to that gate? No, you know what you do? You go to the lounge. You hang out there, you have a conversation with a real human being, you don't depend on text messages or the departure board, and you find out what you need to find out, and you relax, you de-stress, have a drink, recharge your batteries, recharge you, everything's great.
That does sound a lot more pleasant, and you're right, the departure board has not really mattered for a long time, but I would not have thought to look at the arrival board. So that is actually fairly smart. Is there any other last minute tips or even favorite destinations that you'd advise when people are flying?
Sure, well, I'll give you, what you really want to do is look for alternate airports. It's not just Chicago. It could be Midway. It could be Milwaukee. Milwaukee's the secret airport for Chicago. If you look at the parking lot of Mitchell Field in Milwaukee, 1/3 of those license plates are Illinois plates. Those guys know. How about Oakland instead of San Francisco? Providence instead of Boston? Fort Lauderdale instead of Miami. All sorts of great options that you might not always think about that will get you where you need to go with sometimes a whole lot less stress.
Yep. As everyone here knows, Buffalo instead of Niagara Falls.
Yes, sir.
So there's tons of great tips. Thank you so much, Peter, for joining us once more here on the Showroom Presents. Of course, the lounges sound lovely. Hopefully next time I fly, I'll see you there.
You got it.
Don, you call that showing off?
How about the dazzling diamond deals we're showing off at the Showroom on Union? Diamond engagement rings.
Diamond band.
Diamond anniversary.
Diamond fashion.
Diamonds, diamonds, and more diamonds.
All at a fraction of the pricey stores.
And buy with confidence because all Showroom diamonds will come with a Gem Lab certificate as requested, guaranteeing natural diamonds of value. Don't forget, we feature GIA certified diamonds.
Showing off great diamonds and great deals every day.
At Airport Plaza Jewelers, the Showroom on Union.